I really love this band called OK Go. They have been in my life ever since I was a wee child, and I think they kind of occupy a fascinating space in the cultural conversation. Let me diatribe for a second. When I think about music videos in the grand scheme of history, they kind of have ebbed and flowed in different stages of art. Music videos first started, it was a visual way to get artists on TV, kind of shell themselves a little bit, and hopefully get people to listen to them on the radio, buy their records, you know, engage with their art, right? It was an advertisement to engage with their art. And music videos, especially around the 80s, they became short films. You think about, like, the Thriller music video and stuff like that. Music videos were not just ads for these bands, they were an extension of their artistry, right? An artist's music video would showcase their creativity in another capacity. And then it kind of flowed back down and went back into commerce. So you got people selling jeans in their music videos, and you got people selling wine in their music videos. And it was less about the music and more about selling people a lifestyle through the music. And I think that's kind of where it was at through the 90s and through a lot of the 2000s. And then the internet came into existence, and music videos changed again in like a big fat way. Music videos all of a sudden became kind of what music videos were when they first started really picking up steam. They were a way to get people to discover you. They were kind of gimmicky at sometimes. They didn't necessarily always have like interesting or deep thematic connections to the music. Sometimes it was just about doing something cool that a lot of people would put their eyeballs on, is what it seemed like to me. One that immediately comes to my mind is Walk Off the Earth. They all playing the same guitar at the same time. That was like a big viral moment for them. And I personally think out of all of the 2011 YouTube music video rush bands, the best one is OK Go. OK Go made music videos that were viral moments, but they were more than viral moments. They truly were an extension of their artistry and their dedication to a craft. There's no other band in the world that has a music video library like they do. I think some of them are like elevated high art stuff, and some of them are just... And some of them don't even feel like OK Go music videos, looking back at them. So here's what we're gonna do. I've got here in front of me a tier list of all the OK Go videos. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into this. The song A Million Ways. Yeah, I love that. That's so great. I think it's emblematic of their style in a lot of ways. Dorky, silly, synchronized dancing stuff. I love the kind of nonchalant wardrobe thing. I love this sort of like rock and roll influence that you hear a lot more in like the earlier OK Go tracks. And the production value is a lot lower scale here too. So now it's time to rank. I'm thinking this one goes in the fun gimmick category. This was something that was very commonplace, I feel like. Fun dance videos were a big thing in early YouTube. Evolution of Dance was like one of the biggest YouTube videos of all time. They have an iconic look, an iconic style, and it does feel very authentic, but I don't think this is a video that I'm going to just remember for decades after I've watched it. This is a cool moment in time. It definitely is representative of YouTube's early era, and definitely the early era of the band, but I don't know if it reaches some of those higher levels that OK Go music videos where I know they go. Let's keep going. Next video is a newer video. A stone only rolls downhill. So I'm gonna pop that in there. I wish I could say yeah. I really enjoyed that one. So many of OK Go's music videos are really impressive technical showcases, and this one is no different. I love the sync. I love the imaginative pulling the frames out of each one of them. It's a really simple idea, but it's a really effective result. They really use the heck out of the medium in which they're given. No stone left unturned. Where am I gonna rate it? Here's the question. It's definitely either cinema or utterly iconic. My heart wants to say cinema, I think. Just because I know how hard that must have been to pull off and put together. But I'm gonna put it in utterly iconic, and here's why. Because I feel like in order to be true cinemateer, the lyrics of the song and what's happening in the music video have to align in some capacity. And while this music video is really, really impressive and a great watch, something that's gonna, like, stick in your brain, I don't know if it, like, fully embodies the song in a way that elevates it to the cinema tier. Like, I don't know if it does that. Yeah, alright. I think we're gonna move on. Next song is All Is Not Lost. I really enjoy that one. I think it's really cool. Back in the day, you could go to this website, or you could use your Nintendo DS, and you could spell out your own phrases and stuff on this grid that looks just like this, right? You could write your own messages using the feet. The song's all about, like, kind of finding hope out of tragedy and, like, coming together, and I think the visuals really pair nicely with it. I really appreciate the commitment to the bodysuit. A bold choice to basically show butthole on YouTube forever. It's great. I think true cinema category, that's like a no-brainer for me. I love the moment where they're swimming over them. This right here, that's my jam, dog. Look at that. That's cinema. I love the caterpillar moment too. That's so funny. I think that's great. We're gonna keep moving on. We're gonna go to All Together now. This is a pandemic song that OK Go did. So, I have thoughts. I have thoughts about this one. All Together Now is a perfectly great song. It's very emotional. It's a beautiful sentiment. As a vestige of the pandemic, it feels very earnest. It's smart. This is not a song tier list. This is not a which song is the best song. That would be a very different video. In terms of OK Go music videos, this one's pretty bare bones. Like, it's a lot of people have done multi-frame music videos, done them in more creative and interesting ways than this. For what it is, I think that it's great. Am I gonna remember it 10 years from now? Does it reach utterly iconic status? No, it doesn't. I love that they gave the money from it to Partners in Health, but I don't think that it's the best that OK Go has to offer, and I don't think it even scratches that iconic itch that an OK Go music video generally does. So I'm putting it in the fun gimmick category. Might be controversial, but this is my tier list. So the next video in the order is Back from Kathmandu. Back from Kathmandu. Like, I was very impressed with it as a child. Wow, they, like, marched their name into the city. I feel like as an adult, it doesn't carry the same kind of whimsy for me. I can clearly tell that they're not all singing this song. They're singing a bunch of random songs. Find that a little distracting. There are some sweet moments. I like the moment where he, like, picks up the kid. The glow scene kinda works. It doesn't necessarily read as seamless. Tier list time. I'm thinking I just put it in fun gimmick category. It does work, right? Like, it does what it sets out to do on the tin, and I think it's memorable enough that it gets a little bit of a step above doesn't really work, but I don't think that it gets utterly iconic status because of all the things I just mentioned. Next song is Cinnamon Lips. Cinnamon Lips? Yeah, that's what they called me in high school. Yeah, so this is kind of like a little bit of an undiscovered gem. I'm in the OK Go mines pulling up gold. Like, I think it's fantastic. They love a dorky dance. And this one is primo OK Go doing a dorky dance. There's so much fun and joy to it. I'm all about it. I love the public access looking vibe. Yeah, it's so dorky that it swings all the way around. That's 100% right. I love, like, some of these camera choices, right? Like, the drop down here is... That's sick. 3, 2, 3, 2. Hey, out of there. Look at that. That's just so good. I think it matches the song super well. I'm putting this one in utterly iconic. Here's a fascinating fact about OK Go. For some of their songs, they have filmed multiple different music videos. There are, in fact, 3 different videos for the song Do What You Want. And they have completely different vibes. Rather than submit you to listening to the same song 3 times in a row, I'm gonna kind of split it up and do, like, the song once here, and I'm gonna start going a little kooky in my order, so that's why. But we are gonna listen to this first one together. This video is really hard to find. It's in like 240p. It's not on the official OK Go YouTube channel, but it does in fact exist, and it's pretty high production value. So the camera technique going on in this video, beware, there's a zombie in this picture. So in 28 years later, they do the same camera effect. Whenever a zombie gets killed, the camera feels like it kind of rotates around their body and they kind of go 3D for a second. The way that that camera effect is achieved is by putting a bunch of different cameras all together on the same kind of plane and then cutting between each image in rapid succession, so it feels like you are doing a full camera turn, but you're not actually doing a full camera turn. You're just cutting around this angular void, and it gives the image this trickly eye 3D effect look. Sometimes it's side to side, and sometimes it's up and down, right? And they're kind of going with the beat of the song, cutting between all of these things. I find that part of it really cool, even in like 240p. I think it's eye-catching, I think it's interesting, I think it's really innovative for the time. I mean, this video was posted 19 years ago. A modern OK Go would do some kind of like trick to really emphasize and showcase what the technique is all about. In this one, they're just kind of singing a song, and the camera's doing its thing. But I do think it works beyond being a fun gimmick. I think I'm putting this one in the iconic tier. I don't think I got any more to say about that. Let's go on to the next thing. Let's watch End Love. We're gonna pick End Love. Let me tell you straight up and down, I already know this one's going in cinema tier. The day that Eric talked to me and helped me come up with the idea for this video, I was telling him about the End Love music video because I think it is so, like, fantastic. It's fabulous. Sick. That's the best one. That was so good. Like, okay, actually, I'm gonna stay on this screen because I gotta go frame. I gotta show frames. I think people instantly watch this video and they go, oh, that's a time-lapse, that's so cool. But I don't think most people really understand essentially what you have to do to create these effects. If you think about video as a series of pictures, like a bunch of pictures individually, that is what video is, right? It's just a series of pictures taken in very, very quick succession. What's happening here is they're taking pictures in a slower succession and then compressing it all down to 24 frames a second, creating a stop-motion movie with their bodies in this video. That's why I kind of lose my mind a little bit when they're lip-syncing, because they're essentially moving their mouths like every 10 seconds so that it looks like they're hitting the right vowels at the right times. It's very impressive, the coordination. Like, the fact that they went out and did this and it looks as good as it does is nuts. And then whenever they hit a slow-mo moment, that is the opposite. Your camera is taking in more light and producing more little pictures every second that it goes on. They do all of this stop motion stuff, and then they get to a point and then they change their camera settings so that it goes into like mega fast mode. I loved the geese following them, getting in their way, being like these totally unpredictable free elements in between all of this otherwise like hyper planned moments. But beyond the geese, them kind of crawling around and in what looks like, oh, I guess the park is filled now. I guess they're like doing this at like a real park, right? And then all of a sudden you realize these people are all in on it. They're all a part of it. Like this, that's so sick. I am so thoroughly charmed. I think it's like fantastic. It's a great reveal. We put End Love in the cinema tier all day. Let's go ahead and we'll go back to a Do What You Want video. This one is the tour version. Gosh, look at that hair, man. That's crazy. What did I think of this one? I think it's fun. I don't feel like it feels like OK Go at all, and I don't think it has a clear gimmick even. I think the Olivier Gondry version reads way more like their style and artistic brand than anything this does. It feels like it could be for any band. For that reason, I'm putting it in the OK. This is our first OK No. Yeah, it felt like a really long reality show theme song. That's honestly such a good pull. Okay, no, that didn't work for me. We're gonna jump to Don't Ask Me Dance Booth Edition. Don't Ask Me is another song that they recorded multiple for. So I'm gonna go pull that up. I like that one. Here's what I think about this one. I think if I saw this music video in its era, I don't think I would be that impressed. I'd just be like, this is some Weezer stuff. But I think now, in 2025, it reads as kind of an interesting, fun time capsule for, like, who was listening to OK Go? I think the fashions are amazing. It's the best of the fun gimmicks. It's really close to utterly iconic for me. On to the final version of Do What You Want, I'm feeling. Also another one in 4x3, which is like, if you needed any other confirmation that some of these music videos are just really old, it's this. It's that they're formatted for TVs that don't even exist anymore. That one's great. That one's rocks. We rated the other Do What You Wants very differently. I think this one is probably the best version. First of all, it's just really striking. Like, the visual is instantly recognizable. It's super memorable. It hits the lyrics in a great way. All of the Wallpaper people, like, conform to the pattern, but they still, like, do exactly what they want. I also think it's great that they still made sure that you could identify the band members. There's the guy with his glasses, that one dude with the hat, like, is the bald guy. He wears a hat in some of the videos. The grand finale of actually lining themselves up with the wallpaper is perfect. Like, it's a great little end cap to the end of the video. I think it's better than iconic. I think that one's cinema. I think that one's cinema. Does it hit the heights of an End Love? No, but it's really, really well done. We're gonna go to Get Over It. I listened to this song back on grooveshark.com religiously. I don't remember the music video to it at all. Let's see if it holds up. My theory is probably does not. Like, it probably doesn't reach the same heights as some of these other ones. But we'll see. Let's check out Get Over It. So young in this video. They look so... He looks like a baby. This looks like a child. Alright. This one was rough. this one was not great. It's just... I don't think it makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you. Just singing in, like, a old basement that is, like, purposefully gross. then all the lights turn on and the camera shakes a little bit. It just doesn't read as like a cohesive thought visually. It doesn't have a narrative to it really. Sometimes it'll match up with the lyrics, like they'll say stealing from the till, and then they show a picture of the till. But I don't think that is clever enough to sustain an actual my attention or your time. Like, I don't think it works. The best part is hey. The best part is when they say hey and it zooms into the hey. As far as the tier list goes, this is okay now. This doesn't feel like okay go, and it doesn't work. It's not a good video. I will say the song still kind of goes a little hard. The song is good. But we're gonna keep going. We're keep back on the train. We're gonna do the second version of Don't Ask Me. Oh, that's painful. That's a rough one. The problem with this video is multifold. First of all, the dancers are ridiculous. The outfit doesn't work at all. The steps don't work at all. It's like weirdly sexual, both for the song and for OK Go. It just doesn't work. Not even corny, it's just like confusing. Like, what did you want to achieve from that? What were your goals? Surely you had goals walking into this process. The band is giving it their all. They're having fun with it. I believe them. I do think that the graphic stuff, although it is very early aughts with like the striping and the neon and a black and white on a green screen, but it could work like kind of a nostalgic throwback video that was fun for its time. But I think that the dancers with their shitty wigs and weird cutout dresses and high heels ruins the whole thing for me. Let's just go put this on the okay no category. We're gonna put it in okay no and move on to something better. Here it goes again. Probably OK Go's most iconic anything, right? This was parodied on The Simpsons. It was so popular. I mean, I'm gonna pre-put this in cinema. Most people, if you show them this video, they'll be like, oh yeah, of course. It's a permanent marker of the early social internet and undeniable cinema. Prepare your hearts, prepare your minds. Banger! It's so good, you guys! I love that video. The gags are... I'm gonna go back to gaming view. We're gonna go back here, because I want to point some stuff out. What gets you to share this video with your grandmama doesn't appear until, like, right here, 42 seconds. Bam. That's so fun! I think what makes it so good and so iconic is that they have jokes, right? It's structured like a stand-up set, like a Type 5. This stuff here, that's so much fun. Like, it's really well choreographed, and it's a very silly, joyful, nerdy, all the things that OK Go is best at. I also think it's fascinating that this first song that like really went global for them, the person who's lip syncing is not the lead singer. It's Mr. Sideburns. That definitely was a thing, especially with like early YouTube bands like this. They would have like mascot characters. You know? The visuals match with the lyrics. They're singing the song about like starting and stopping, and as they're dancing on treadmills, that's their like entire function. There's a reason that this one is the one everybody remembers, and it's because it's really good. I Want You So Bad I Can't Breathe. Let's go and find that. I'm a big fan of that. Maybe this isn't in their official playlist because it's a live performance technically, but I think it should be. It has all the marks of an OK Go music video. They used a live video feed, fed it into some program, I don't know how they did it, and it made their bodies into a mosaic of profile pictures from people's tweeting about the OK Go concert that was happening live in front of them. So if you tweeted, your profile picture would become part of this live video broadcast mosaic. The close-ups in motion, just like, that's crazy. That's so good. You really get a sense of place with that. This stuff here, not as intelligible, right? But that's a man playing a guitar. And it just really reads. See, this is a hard one for me. I definitely think it's a fun gimmick. I think it's better than all of these other ones that I have in this category. I think it goes in utterly iconic. I'm putting it in iconic. I wish it was attached to a song that was about community or something. I think that would have propelled it into a higher tier. But it's great. It works super well. I'm super into it. Let's move on. Okay, we're gonna go and watch You're So Damn Hot. You're so damn hot. You're so damn hot. Essentially what we got here is a tour video. Like, each stop, state by state exploration, along with some, like, kind of funkadelic graphics that are influenced from the cover art on their first album. So here's the thing. It works as a piece of, like, behind the scenes. It works as like, oh, I go to their MySpace page and I see this video. Does it work as a good music video? It doesn't really work, but it's not a bad video. I think that there's so much merit in this. I love something that feels like a moment in time for people. Almost like a vacation slideshow. Check out all this cool stuff we did. And I think they do it in a way that is not stupid or corny. It's worth the audience's time, but I don't think that it's got a very great core gimmick. They needed a real hook in order for it to kind of go to the more positive side of the spectrum for me. That's my thoughts on that. We're gonna keep kicking the can down the road, everybody. Next song is I Won't Let You Down, and I talk about this one to anybody who will listen to me. I've had dreams about this music video. That's so wild, man. This is like a masterpiece. This is like, some people spend their whole lives dedicated to the craft of cinema, and they do not have a shot nearly as iconic as the stuff in this one. So, some things I want to point out. I think that the I Won't Let You Down, as they progressively get higher and higher in the air, literally, like, not letting you down, like, I think that is a brilliant turn of phrase on the lyrics. The coordination of all of these folks dancing together is so cool. And this right here is ridiculous. This is like pinnacle stuff. They like make a human LED screen. I literally can't process the like amount of dedication it must have taken to do something like this. Yeah. I think it goes there. I think it goes there. We're just gonna keep trucking. This one is also not in the official playlist. It's called I'm Not Through. It's technically a partnership between them and a phone brand, the Asus ZenForce 5. Let's see how much these go for these days. So like around $500. That's expensive. Let's watch this video together. That's pretty good. Pretty good. They produced something that is aesthetically beautiful. I think that this is really, really something. And I think the reveals, this feels like OK Go. Opening up the chest, going in through all of these moments to come back into this like thing where they zoom out and they're no longer on the chest and they back in it. I will say, I don't think it fully explores itself as much as it could. This one here, A Stone Only Rolls Downhill, explores the concept of this one in a much more elaborate, fully digestible, dissectable way. I really want to put it in the utterly iconic category, but I just don't think it has that, like, extra oomph. I'm gonna leave it at fun gimmick territory. Next song. I hear them chanting all over the world. They're saying next song. Okay, go Invincible. We're back to the paisley. That's how you know it's old. Awesome. That was sick. This is the best of the old era videos. Holy crap. That was so kinetic and fun. I Won't Let You Down is like full disco compared to this. Full on disco music. Like, this is so grungy. Their sound has changed so much. I'm obsessed. How has Invincible not used this song in a trailer yet? This would go so hard. Are you kidding me? This skeeves me out big time. This weird Backstreet Boys number where they're staring into your soul and they just get closer and closer. This made me deeply uncomfortable. I don't like this at all. But all of the explosions are fantastic. I mean, paired with the paisley, paired with their weird 2000s, like, we're ripping off the freaking Beatles look. Like, it's a blast. Literally a blast. Clearly, this was not invincible. This jar of olives was not invincible. This jar of olives was, in fact, massively destroyed. The jar of olives was. Kabam! Look at that. My heart says utterly iconic. I know it's not that good. I know in my heart it could never be. The spirit of this video is so in tune with my own personal, like, sense of aesthetic, kind of wonder, in nostalgia, pure nostalgia. It's my list. Screw you people. Utterly iconic. It may not be as creative or as innovative as some of the other stuff on this list. It is Lizard Brain, I Loved Thing Blow Up, kinda good, but Lizard Brain, I Love Thing Blow Up, like, that's just truth. That is human truth. And it deserves the utterly iconic tier. It's great. That's great. Next up is Last Leaf, the Toast video. And if it takes forever. In the description, it says, all 215 loaves of bread used in the making of this video were past their sell-by date and rescued from the clutches of certain disposal. So, you know, no food waste. Nothing went to waste here. Last Leaf. How do I feel about this one? So the animation itself is very pretty. The song itself is pretty. It's nuanced. It's got interesting messaging. It's very wistful, which I think is a little different for a lot of the OK Go tracks. There's something inherently, like, brain go fun when Isaac sees animation on bread. I guess here is my beef. Like, why is it on bread? Like, I think it's cool that it's on bread. I think there is something about, like, impermanence there. It's all very, like, esoteric. It just feels like a little bit of a reach in general, and I don't know if I can get there. This might be too artful for me, I think. A worm throws a shoe off the cliff. The paddle boat man throws his paddle. He throws his half a bike. The fox throws a baby. I don't remember what the square does. This is the most disturbing one. They just killed that baby. What's going on here? I'm putting it in fun gimmick. We're gonna go and watch the newest OK Go video for their new record that is not out yet. It's coming out very soon. Love is the first single off their brand new spanking record. I did try and get a vinyl, and they were in fact sold out by the time I realized that they were doing it. Very bummed out. That's my jam. So many thoughts. First is, I think I think the metaphor is brilliant. The only song that's ever been is love, right? Everything is kind of like a reflection of a reflection is a beautiful sentiment, and also kind of like just the nature of all art. And I think going about it this way is just so cool. I think the handcraftedness of it, it feels so technical, but it is also very clearly made by people. It feels physical. You see the wires. You see the effort that has gone into all of this. It's very touchable. OK Go is a band that loves an optical illusion, and you see it in this video in a way that unlike anything else they've ever done. All of the kaleidoscope patterns, like the infiniteness of it all, it's really, really smart and well done. God, I am just like in love. I'm in love with love. When they put on the flashy pants, I was like, oh shit. Like, this is where you know, oh my god, they're gonna hit that OK Go moment. Bam, right in the cinema tier. That is some good stuff, folks. They have just evolved so much musically and visually in this. Like, this is not just like really great filmmaking. The music also is really layered and nuanced and interesting in a way that I haven't heard from OK Go before. I think this is a banger. This new album is gonna rip. This is gonna be good. We're in for some good eating, folks. Like, I think I'm gonna have to call it for tonight. I know we still have several more to go. I'll go live sometime within the next week to finish this out, but I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work tomorrow. Let's hit one more terrible 2000s video. You want Coheed and Cambria the Suffering. Okay, we'll do this. They didn't know this was the optimal way to watch Coheed and Cambria the Suffering, but it's at 2 times speed at 11:22 p.m. Ready? Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Why was I so right? The mermaids? Here's the real question, chat. Do they make a half horse, half fish baby? Or do they make a full human? What is the what's the math here? It's just a seahorse. Oh, why are you so right? How it was staring me in the face. Say goodbye. Say goodnight. Good night.
2 days later.
Alright. This was actually the first OK Go music video that I ever watched. Had to have been like a 6th grader. But it went super, super viral at the time. Love the unconventional materials challenge of this video. So creative, so out of the box. Kind of hits you a little bit in the pit of the stomach sometimes with the lyrics. Everybody has been in a situation that makes them want to drive the car really, really fast. Like that. I love when there's that little pause, that little breath, where all of a sudden they're all going a cappella and you're just hearing the whir of the car as it reverses. I think it belongs in cinema tier. I think there's a case to be made for utterly iconic, but I refuse. I've refused to put it there. So we're gonna keep on going. Okay, so this is a fascinating OK Go era to me. This song right here, Obsession. There's Gen 1 OK Go, which is like that more rocky sound. It's like that first album, the bassist is not a part of them yet, and that's where we've been finding some of the shoddier music videos. Then there's Gen 2 of OK Go, which is post Treadmill, but they're not really doing like the biggest, most elaborate stuff yet. They kind of like find themselves in Gen 2. And then Gen 3 comes along and they have these like incredible, grandiose ideas that are just so big that they cannot really sustain it as just a band. And so they have to go out and start finding, like, sponsors for their music videos. There's a couple of other examples, I think, that you can see throughout their career, and this is one of them, Obsession, in which they partner with a paper and printer manufacturing company. So, we're gonna watch this together. It's Obsession. It's Obsession. Jeez. I feel like in a lot of ways, it is a sort of like evolution of the End Love video. Playing with the concept of film as a series of images, slow motion, stop motion, just like how far they can take that. This scene is so cool where they start flying, go out into outer space. But I think probably my favorite stuff is before that, where it's just really bold. The papers get a little stuck, and you can kind of see that, oh wow, this is really happening to them. I really appreciate that. I think it's super cool. This stuff is so sick. And the thing is, it's not really full stop motion because they're also trying to get the fall of the paper, right? If it was true stop motion, they really wouldn't be able to get that part. They pin the whole kind of like artistic concept on that a movement so slight line. It works for me. I like it. The cinema tier's getting big. It's in biggening. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is Skyscrapers. Watch it on your 3DS, people. The lyrics and the visuals do intertwine in a way that makes sense and is clear. The visuals are not, like, disgustingly ugly by any means, but I just think it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. And for a song that is kind of low-key and stuff, I get wanting to do something a little bit slower and stripped down, but these hard starts and stops between each time, they were distracting. It made the video feel disjointed and kind of cheap. It doesn't not feel like OK Go. It still has their bold, like, kind of color palette. It is still kind of a clever idea in some regard. Like, there's a nugget there where I think this video could have been in fun gimmick territory, or even utterly iconic territory if they were doing something interesting with the walls behind them. But they don't really do much, right? So I'm putting it into doesn't really work. A good effort, but not my cup of tea. Sick! I also have gotten DoorDash. I'll be right back.
One
DoorDash.
later.
I'm back, and I have a plate of chicken teriyaki. So, yeah. Next up, we got the music video for The One Moment. Let's take a look, shall we? Sponsored by Morton Salt. Okay, let me take a drink. Maybe eating on stream was a bad idea. I think it was kind of a bad idea, actually. Okay, The One Moment. The One Moment. I think it's a great music video. I think they're telling a very compelling and interesting story. I mean, Morton Salt, like, very clearly spells it out for you right there at the very end of the music video, but I don't think they had to say, it only takes one moment to change your life, or whatever. They could have just shown you the music video. I think they do it in a beautiful way. The big thing for me that I always am just so into is the guitars exploding. Like, that is so cool. But you really are seeing them really think about the song here, which is cinema, baby. That's cinema. So there are two versions of this Two Shall Pass. A marching band version and the Rube Goldberg machine version. We're going to do the marching band version of this Two Shall Pass, and then we're going to go to What to Do, because I have no version of that in my cabeza. In so many ways, it's like, it feels like a rehearsal for I Won't Let You Down. They do so many of the same conceptual ideas with this one. It still works really, really well for the song, and I think it's got a charm to it, in part because it feels a little looser comparatively, right? Like, I Won't Let You Down is so polished, it's so clean, everybody's hitting their cues, and this feels like a really good high school marching band. I think that there is a quiet awe in the everyday and in things that are familiar to us. And I kind of feel that way when I watch this video. It's just like, oh, you know what? It is kind of amazing. Like, marching band is kind of amazing. You know? Like, people are kind of just incredible. Is that corny? Probably. But I really enjoy that one. So, where am I gonna put it on the list? I'm thinking cinema tier. Woo! So, let's go to what to do now. Okay. So it's not their best work. Pretty song. This little character here, she fascinates me. What's her freaking deal? Like, why is she in this video? She's just there to look somber and be in a shadow? Like, they do a close-up on her hand at one point like she's tapping to the song. But there's no story here. It's just like these guys, like, went to a cafe and decided to shoot in black and white. I don't think it's fully okay, no. I think it's, like, trying to be conceptual in some capacity. But I just don't think it's enough to, like, really sell me. So I'm not putting it in okay, no, but I'm not putting it in fun gimmick. I think it just doesn't work. I think it just doesn't work as an okay go video. Let's go to the This Too Shall Pass, Rube Goldberg version. You would see a ton of Rube Goldberg machines in early era YouTube go viral. I don't know why that was such a cultural zeitgeisty thing for that era, but it really was. And I think this is probably one of the better Rube Goldberg machines that went viral in the early YouTube era. Let's check it out. Awesome. I'm not ranking the cinema tier, but if I was ranking the cinema tier, it would be on the upper level of the cinema tier. There's so many cool little details. It feels so crafted and real and lived in. I think the camera work is really impressive. They have to run all the way around this freaking warehouse like crazy, man. Like, that is really difficult, and they're so steady with it. My heart absolutely breaks for the CRT. This... rest in peace, beautiful warrior. But I guess they were more abundant at that time than they are now. This one's great. Like, truly great. For this song specifically, it's really great too, because it's all about how everything has its time, and it passes, it'll lead to the next thing, and to the next thing, to the next thing. I think it's a beautiful metaphor. I think it's a beautiful song. I feel like if this same exact music video came out today, I would still be like, dang, that's cool as hell. Cinema tier. We put that one in the cinema tier. Alright, not many more to go. Next track on the list is the Muppet Show theme song. I love the Muppets. I think they're fantastic. No matter what, the spirit of creativity, the wholesomeness, the inventiveness of the artistry of the Muppets will always hold the test of time and always be a beautiful, fantastic thing that exists in this world. In some capacities, the OK Go folks are very Muppet-like. Let's see if this truly holds up to the legacy of both OK Go and the Muppets. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Okay. It's definitely not going in fun gimmick. So essentially what we have here is a parody compilation of OK Go videos. They're referencing the treadmill stuff, they're referencing this video. Here is where it transitions into kind of being its own thing finally for a couple seconds. But it doesn't really work. It doesn't feel like interesting or special to the Muppets. It doesn't feel interesting or special to OK Go. It's just a bunch of people dancing on a green screen. What the hell is this? I'm not about it. This is actually fun. It takes too long to reveal, though, I will say. They do, like, an electric guitar breakdown, and they're kind of, like, acting like they're being possessed a little bit. And then you realize, oh, it's because they're being puppeteered by the Muppets. Which is a little, like, horror showy in some ways. I think that this is the best joke in the whole video. And I love that Rizzo gets in on the action. But the multiple waking ups, I'm sorry, it's cringy. It doesn't land. It doesn't land. Also, like, in terms of the song itself, I don't think this is, like, a great reimagining of the Muppets theme. It's kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel joyful, it feels like a little sinister. Like, this is the Muppets theme as if they, like, were coming out to kill you. Can you imagine in your head, can you imagine the Five Nights at Freddy's-esque scenario? So, no, I don't think that this works. It feels like OK Go, but it doesn't work, and I don't think it's all that fun of a gimmick, which is such a bummer, because I love the Muppets. Doesn't really work category, I'm sorry. Upside Down and Inside Out is the next video. A classic. Start cranking stuff up. Let's check it out. You'll see what I mean. Oh, that was a good... I love this one. It's so creative. When he holds up the magazine and it's got his face on it, that's a really cool little fun detail. When they throw the iPads to each other, they have cameras on. Look at this. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's awesome. How cool! You know, I think the dancers really add a lot. They're so on point with their movements. And this shot's crazy. Oh, look at that. It's nuts. Really expressive with the lyrics. I think this one's such an S tier, it's not even funny. Pure cinema, that's some good stuff. That's good eats, baby. Next video is White Knuckles. Fun fact about this video, the two things in Hollywood that you're never supposed to work with are kids and dogs. That is the kind of, like, filmmaking legend is, don't work with kids, don't work with dogs. And we're gonna see some folks work with some dogs in this video. Oh man, that one's so good. I'm processing my feelings. So here's the thing. I love this video so much. It is so funny and charming and sweet. They do so much in it. I love the spinny chairs. I don't think it's as good as this other stuff in the cinema tier because I don't know if it fully embodies the themes and virtues of the song that it's paired with. But man, is it good. I love the White Knuckles video. That one is so charming. I think I'm putting it in utterly iconic. It should be in cinema tier, but this is a hard decision for me. So know that my heart was flummoxed. Alright, moving on. Writings on the Wall. Woo! Oh, man. Now that's a video. Writings on the Wall, cinema, A. B, I think it's one of the most beautiful little explorations of the kind of concept that they're talking about. For this relationship, the writing's on the wall, but it is hard to parse for this person, and it's almost like their mind is playing tricks on them at points. And you have these visuals to complement it, all of these like optical illusions that make you go, what wall is it even on? Is the writing on the wall? Like, it is a really thoughtful, beautiful concept, perfectly executed. They get in and out of those bits so fast, and they do so much for so little. This right here, this lasts not even 5 seconds. Ready? Watch this. Let's count the frames out. 40, 41, 42. This, not even 2 seconds of animation. That's not even 2 seconds. They painted this whole wall and floor. It's a second. Process done. They're done with it. They've moved on. That's crazy. That is an insane amount of effort to do for a second of visual input. But they do it again and again and again in this video, and every single time it is so cool. This whole sequence, it feels so complex. How much did they have to rehearse this? There's so many quick movements in it, and I love it. The end result is just a really beautiful sentiment and a really beautiful visual, and something that's, you know, has stuck in my head for, you know, over a decade. What a fantastic piece of art. Like, this is gorgeous. This is a beautiful short film. Sometimes a video receives a ton of attention and you're like, why is this thing popular? There's no doubt in my head why this is popular. This is popular because it is great from all angles. All right, we are coming to the end. We are coming to the end of our journey, fellow journey people. The last song, WTF. This one is kind of I know this one very intimately. I remember it kind of being like a sleeper hit. You know, all these other OK Go music videos had tons of views and like went super viral, and this video just seemed to kind of come and go. But I've always thought it was brilliant. Let's go ahead and watch WTF, OK Go's WTF. Oh, that's cool. 90s style computers, when they would glitch out, they would like repeat frames like that, and you could kind of drag stuff around and it would like kind of follow it like that. Obviously, that would make somebody go, what the fuck is happening? It's kind of like a silly, like little winky thing. It's fun to watch. It's mesmerizing. It works well thematically. Where to put WTF? I don't know if it reaches the cinema tier for me. I don't know if maybe it's just the tiredness talking, but I think I'm putting this one in utterly iconic as well. I do really enjoy it, though. It is really cool, and I do think that it's underrated. Just like White Knuckles, I think there's a charm to this that you don't see in every OK Go video, but when it's there, you appreciate it. That's where that's going. We have officially rated every OK Go video. Let's go full screen with her, shall we? Isn't that amazing? Look at all this. Cinema tier, all's not lost, and love, do what you want, here it goes again, I won't let you down, love, needing/getting, obsession, the one moment, this too shall pass, both versions, upside down and inside out, and the writings on the wall. Congratulations to the cinema tiers, and congratulations to you, dear viewer, for joining me on this journey. This was so much fun. I had a really great time doing this. I love OK Go, and I love hanging out and chilling with all y'all. Thank you to OK Go, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow my exploits further, make sure to subscribe. You can find me on Letterboxd if you want to hear more pretentious musings about film. Isaac last name there as well. And yeah, I think I am done for the night. Have a good one. Have a good one, y'all.